The fact that most of us already knew that Clay was not interested in dark-skinned black women, so for him to pop out with this spicy, non-flavored white lady by the name of Celina Powell doesn't shock us at all. What it does is remind us of the state of black men when it comes to dating. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? Welcome to another King of Reads video. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. We got to talk about a lot of things. I missed y'all. Hope y'all missed me too. We got to get into this conversation about Clay dating, and probably it may have ended from what we're seeing with Clay and Celina Powell. Girl, it is a whole mess. This whole situation has allowed his mother to get disrespected a couple of days after Mother's Day. Girl, it's clicking, but it's clicking down. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about what is it, the Braids? And when I say that, we ain't talking about Drake and Kendrick because we all beefed out. All beefed out. No more beefs. No more beefs. We vegan at this point. But we're talking about the teacher on TikTok that felt the need to live stream his students doing his hair and taking his braids down. Not just ending there, but, oh, let me take the video and post it in a TikTok to get more attention. Let me stir the pot. Got to talk about that. I've already did 2 videos about it on Patreon. If you want to subscribe and support me on Patreon, you can get access to those 2 videos. I actually did a live stream for all patrons, even free members, where you can sign up and you do not have to pay. It was actually cute. It was a cute little waste of Wednesday. I ain't did it in a minute, but it was fun. We had an hour and 15-minute conversation. It was really, really good. So shout out to everybody who was attending that. Gotta also talk about Sukihana and JT. Girl, what? I would have never thought that crab legs would have us at each other. Crab legs and veneers. Like, I don't know. We got to get into some hot girl summer stuff. Megan Thee Stallion first stop was in Minnesota for her hot girl summer tour. A lot of conversation about that and a lot of hateration going on. I have some thoughts on that. Can't wait to talk about that. We also got to talk about DJ Akademiks, who's being sued for some stuff. And he said this is a shakedown. And if he going down, he's taking the whole industry with him. What do you mean about that, big bruh? Big mouse. Tell us what's going on. But before we get into any more, let's go ahead and get to this mental health check-in. So my mental health, how am I feeling? How am I doing? Girl, I am up and down. It's been an interesting start to this month. Like I am, changing things up. You see, we got a little microphone situation going on. I've been doing a couple of videos on Patreon and people have been loving it and stuff. So this is my first video with the mic for YouTube, and I'm excited about like changing stuff up and perfecting some things and making some changes. So I hope you all are enjoying that. But I had a little bit of a little situation going on mentally, and I had a conversation with a close friend, Darian. Shout out to you. And I just had to get some things off my chest, and just like anti-fatness, just like beating me up, And I think since I'm back more on social media, I am once again being like thrown like body and image and beauty and stuff all in my face. And it's just like, I've said many times that even though I enjoy doing content and being online, that is sometimes a double-edged sword. And I feel like that me consuming some of the things and just like being subjected to constant like beauty and like standards and stuff, like it becomes a lot. It becomes a lot. And I did a whole 40-minute video about it. And I'm posting it on Patreon because it's very personal and stuff. And I want it to be like a safe space for me. And after that and talking to my friend, I feel so much better. And even talking right now. So I appreciate y'all for even listening and doing this, because I know this is something different. Everybody doesn't do this, but I don't mind being a little bit personal in my conversations and stuff, so folks can understand that, girl, you're not the only one going through some stuff, and we're all human. I'm only human. Forgive me. Come on, Brandy. That was my jam. But I appreciate you all. Let's go ahead and get to this tea for today. Let's get the BS out the way. Let's talk about Clay. Clay, child, I'm not surprised. So Clay posted a Instagram story of him and Celina Powell. He was smooching, loving on her on Instagram stories, and it started a conversation. They was like, "Oh, girl, what is this, honey?" I know I was asking, what is going on? So apparently him and Celina Powell are dating, and the girl started DMing Clay's mama on Instagram, and she was like, "Hold up, let me get in Jesus' name. I'm not here for the drama." Girl, she got on Instagram and she had a message for Clay, and she said this: "Happy New Day. First, my #1 rule for folks follow me on social media. Don't send me any inappropriate videos. I'm not going to call you out. However, you know who you are. Second, I didn't know who CP was until everyone started sending me her YouTube information. Throwing up. It's very interesting that some men will lose everything thinking that their apple is good, but it is a forbidden choice. Do better. The deceiver uses old tricks to attack and destroy. Clayton Alexander, you know Jesus will allow things to occur. He's still trying to get your attention. Please surrender to him. In closing, I pray that everyone reading this gives the same attention to other things that matter, like helping support your local food banks and volunteer in your local communities. Tap link in my bio. I pray that everyone has a wonderful day on purpose. Signed, Straight Shooter. Baby Clay, mama ate that. She ate that. I gave y'all the dramatic spirit because y'all know that how the Christian folk be. But Clay responded and said, heard you, mom. My apologies. Your apologies for dating Miss Mayonnaise, the favorite White Walker that all black men love to lay up with. Doesn't surprise me. Like, girl, you fumbled Amber AD for this. Like, Clay, you fumbled AD for this. Like, you fumbled AD. Like, all that mess and stuff you were talking about, some like, you know, she doesn't check these boxes off and then you sit up here, girl, you can't make this up. So, one, Clay's mama Clay, taking to social media and saying this, baby, if Linda had did something like this to me, I would say, girl, you got my number. Don't embarrass me like that. Do not embarrass me like that. But Clay mama getting on here, dragging her son on Instagram story in Jesus' name. Like, baby, let me tell you something. We know Clay ain't shit. I mean, he's just like his daddy. I'm just like his pappy. He ain't neither one of them. Rub the little alpha pen and more whore powers activate. Like, cause that's one thing an alpha man gonna do is be a whore. I don't know that to be true. Y'all don't shoot me. Don't get the gorilla to stomping me out. Ooh, I'm being so shady. 1906 in the house. But girl, they gonna hate me. They gonna jump me. Y'all gonna jump me? Be honest. But yes, girl, this whole thing with Clay doesn't surprise me. He's shown us, like, girl, from the beginning, a lot of black women was watching this like, he don't seem to be interested in her. And not just interested in her because she's not beautiful, because she's just, you know, she's dark skinned. Like, people were calling it out. So I'm not surprised. Like, he was not feeling AD like that. And he wasn't feeling because he wasn't attracted. Like, he was interested in what she looked like. He was interested in what she looked like. And AD is very beautiful. So, you know, this is what's going on. Clay, I'm not surprised. You just like your daddy. And you just, once a cheater, always a cheater. My daddy cheated, you know, that's what it is, and that's what it's given. But mama came out straight shooter, baby. She thought she was Mama D. She went from Mama Clay to Mama D. Smoke a straight shooter. What was Mama D doing on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Like, girl, a mess. But Clay said he heard it. So Celina Powell got on social media, Instagram stories, and posted a snippet of her listening to Tupac and said, F your mama. You and your mama. This white lady is disrespecting your black mama a couple of days, 2 days after Mother's Day. Like, see, this is what y'all be signing up like. This what y'all be dragging black women down. Y'all be dragging them down. They do all this, and then this white lady, they completely like said, girl, I'm finna full activate my white powers and disrespect your mama. Like, I'm gonna pull a black person and say, like, girl, what? Like, no, but these are the people y'all be interested in, girl. This is what y'all be, you know, this is what y'all be wanting, I guess. Like, girl, you know, this white lady got your attention, honey. So, like, Clay, I don't know how he gonna respond to that, but girl, I don't even want to know. So moving on, girl, let's talk about what is it, the braids? And apparently it is. So we got to talk about this TikTok teacher, girl. I already did 2 videos about teachers on TikTok, y'all. I already know how I feel about teachers using students and stuff for content. I'm not here for it, especially when you're degrading students and talking about them and doing things like this that is inappropriate. Both of these teachers are inappropriate. The one who be degrading his students in the classroom, and this is inappropriate. Both of them are unethical in so many reasons. And like I said, seeing it immediately, it just jumped out. Like, it just jumped out. And he took these students out of their classes to come take his braids down, did a live stream on TikTok, realized that it was getting a lot of attention, a lot of commentary, then posted it on TikTok with a caption saying, stir the pot, like to further stir the pot. this man seems to still want to be a student. He wants to be 16, 17 years old. He wants to still be young. Maybe it ain't done processing and whatever. I don't know how old he is, but he seems to be one of the folks that graduated high school and still coming back to the school. Like, it's giving very lame behavior. He needs to grow up. It was unethical. It was inappropriate. Watching him do furthermore TikTok lives, doing videos of him crying about like his besties and stuff, just further proves my point and a lot of folks' point that he don't need to be in this profession. He's more interested in building an audience and a platform. He's gained 100 and something thousand more followers since this incident. He has not taken the videos down. He doesn't seem to be committed to doing any type of change, any type of anything. Currently, right now, they said he's suspended. We don't know if he's coming back, whatever. His sister tried to get online and tried to say that y'all are doing defamation. Girl, good luck with a lawsuit like that, because you ain't got enough money to be able to do it, because defamation is very hard to prove. And then we go through and we see other TikToks of one he did where he was, suggesting that, he's attracted to a student who was 16, 17 at the time, reacting with an emo video. In the video, the girl said she only dates emo men, and he put the emo wig on and, start playing emo music, I guess. And it just, the girl was in it looked like a high school bathroom. It just was inappropriate. I don't know. Like, I'm not calling him that. I don't like the fact that people are more worried about being called a thing instead of not doing a thing. You see what I'm going with that? Like, you're more interested in not being called to stuff instead of just not doing it. He doesn't seem to be committed to doing any work, any acknowledgement of like, girl, let me stop. He's not taking the videos down. He's doubled down on it. He's did more live streams talking about it. Like, he has these students reaching out. And I can understand like these students who are watching this and feeling some type of way and hurt by it. Like, they're kids. Further proves why he should not be doing this. Because now you have all these kids' emotions being tied up in this drama, which further supports that you should not be doing this on social media, because these students are not able to understand how inappropriate this is, and now they see all of us saying that. Like, they see us like saying how inappropriate this is. They cannot grasp how inappropriate it is. In this relationship that they have, there is no like clear like boundaries. Like, he is in a position of power. He is a teacher. Like, he should not be having this type of relationship with students. Like, he should not. And he just seems to be more interested in building a platform more than anything. And it's just not giving. I did not want him fired at first, but I think he should, to be honest, because he's not shown that he is interested in like, changing. And what's funny was watching all these folks that was like, y'all got that teacher fired. Y'all got somebody who has never advocated for black women or black men ever, unless it was something self-serving for themselves. Everybody was out here saying, y'all got this teacher fired. We ain't did shit. This man took his happy tail and stirred the pot even more with a heavy spaghetti spoon to get attention off of this. And now that he's got it, it's our fault. He should have never broadcasted it if he was serious about his profession to begin with. So if he was serious about these things, he would have never done it. He just seems to be somebody who's more interested in building a platform. And I think that is a slippery slope, because if he can't tell the difference between, hey, this is not content, this can be content, he's putting the content first. And he's not putting the students first, because you could have just easily deleted the video once you saw that it was getting like too much negative like attention. But you got these kids' image and stuff forever online because of you and your choices. So we didn't get that man fired. He got himself fired. And it was the Braids. And the Braids ain't even that cute. But I feel like a lot of folks wanted to protect him because of desire. You're not telling me that folks, like, it came out like folks wanted to protect him because he was desirable. Like, that's all it boiled down to. There was a really good video by this gentleman who talked about it, and y'all go watch it on TikTok. He broke it down and how it is inappropriate, and how this type of behavior, even if he is not the one doing harm, it allows for them to be harmed in somebody else. Like, the chances of them being harmed by somebody else, because the trust and all of the things that they was putting in him. And there's nothing wrong with a teacher, being cool or whatever, but those boundaries still have to be set because at the end of the day, you are a professional. You are in a position of power to pass or fail these students. So like you cannot be out here like merging those. Like you cannot do that. It's not realistic and it's not ethical. And we're gonna see what happens. Like, girl, I don't know. It's the end of the school year. We're gonna see. But to take some students out of class to come take your hair down, what the hell? So let's talk about Drake and Kendrick. Girl, the beef is, I feel like it is over. It's been a week since the last song, Not Like Us, been put out, and Drake dropped his last song, The Heart Part 6. Been received terrible. Like, the song is not giving. It's clear that Kendrick won this beef. Kendrick has 3 songs that are in the Billboard Hot 100, like top 10. Like That, Meet the Grams, Not Like Us, top 10. It's like all of these songs top 10. Like it's just Meet the Grams. I can't even believe folks is playing that, but I am. I have a whole playlist called R.I.P. Drake. Like, and it has all them songs on there. Period. The only song that I'll give Drake that was cute, that I kind of liked was Family Matters. And I only like the end part. Like the end part. Like that was the beat that it goes crazy. I love it. But the stuff he was saying, it did not move me. I was not moved. He wasn't moved to the point that it hit back. Like he ended that 30 minutes after you dropped your song. Like, bro, you never had a chance. So he's beating Drake in everything. Like, I am relatable. I am the culture. I am that person that can get a top 10. And now you're seeing Drake fans like move the goalposts. I told y'all that Drake in this whole situation is going to bring a lot of attention to these relationships. And the threads and stuff I've seen, girl, I cannot wait to post this video. Like, it is a lot. Drake is just like, girl, you did all this. You caused it all to yourself. Like, you tried to like tone it down with the Tupac thing, and it didn't work. Like, it just did not work. So it just is what it is. Like, you are your worst enemy. Like, you and your ego, like your ego got in the way. You allowed your ego to make you predictable. And Kendrick dissected you over a couple of songs that are now top 10 hits. Woo! Drake is not going to recover from this. It's going to be slow and steady. Like, his music was already going downhill now. It's going to be, she's going down. Speaking of that, girl, the girls was trying to eat Mary up for them $1,200 boots. I don't know. I'm glad Mary did not do no $200 Steve Madden boots and no cheap boots. I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad she did some pretty good boots. They sold out. They did good. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. But girl, in this economy, $1,200 is a lot of money for some shoes. Like, I be screaming how one moment we talk about how everything's expensive, then we talk about like $1,200. I know that everybody ain't in the same tax bracket and all that other stuff, but it's just interesting how things like shift. It's just interesting. So, but I don't blame Mary for like saying, "Hey, girl, I'm working with a real, like, I'm not gonna do no cheap stuff," because who you associate like your image and stuff with, your likeness with, it can take you down. And she did some cheap stuff with shoe dials or whatever. It would have made her look cheap. And Mary ain't no cheap girl. Like, she ain't no cheap girl. So it gave me that Mary's more interested and creative in making it look good versus just selling something to sell something. And I think that's something that we need to realize, that sometimes it's not necessarily about this. Like, I want to sell quality versus selling quantity. But folks said the boots sold out. I don't trust company when they say stuff be sold out. They do that to increase demand. That's how marketing works. It makes you want to buy it because everybody got it, so it must be good. Like, I'm not able to get it. That means that it must be something that I need. That's how the psychology of marketing works. And we be falling for it. But they study this stuff. They be spending so much money trying to get us to buy stuff, child. Like, that's why our personal data is so expensive, because they want to be able to know who to reach and how to reach us. Hey, come on, Petunia. Let's get to it. Let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion. Hot Girl Summer Tour Express has made her stop. First tour of the night in Minnesota. Megan Thee Stallion comes out. I've seen some of the clips and stuff. I didn't want to watch all of them, but I did see enough. I'm happy for Megan Thee Stallion. Looks like everybody was excited to see her. The crowd was, they was lit. They was ready for Megan. The girls was asking what her twerk win smell like. I was screaming. I do have a couple of thoughts, and it might piss some folk off, but I just have to be completely honest. There's some things I want to see changed up, but this is the first tour. And let me just say this, like, I get it. This is Meg's first tour. This is the first stop. You learn what works, what doesn't work. Like, let's change this. Let's move this out the way. Let's do that. I think one of the things that I want to see is, what is the theme? If we're saying this is Hot Girl Summer, I need to see Hot Girl Summer. I need to see hot girl stuff on the stage. Like, all I'm seeing is a stage. I'm not seeing, like, where are the sets? Like, where is the stuff? Like, why we ain't got, like, summer stuff out on the stage? Like, it should be like it's summer. I know that she don't want to perform this song, but she don't have to. I would have walked out to Hot Girl Summer, period. I would have just played it. Hot Girls, play it. We know why you ain't gonna perform the whole song, and I understand it. But, like, girl, fuck them hoes. Like, come out. It's Hot Girl Summer. Get the crowd hyped. She did come out to his about, period. But set the tone. I need a theme. I think that's what I'm missing with these clips I've seen. I need a theme. Like, if it's Hot Girl Summer, I need to see it. And I understand it's expensive. Like, Megan Thee Stallion is paying for this out of her own pocket, more than likely. Because she doesn't have a label. Like, labels be paying for this and all the other stuff because they want to recoup their money from the back end. So she's paying for this out of pocket, which means Megan probably got a loan or something, like, to be able to pay for all this stuff. And interest rates is high as hell. I get it. Megan has a distribution deal, and she doesn't have the label backing him and helping her with this. Like, tours are very expensive. Remember when Beyonce was on tour for Renaissance? She said she had three stages. Like, she had one in the next location, one that she was on, and then one that was just for a backup or something at any time. And it's expensive. So, you know, she had the TV things in the back, the little LED screens, whatever that stuff, you know, the projector stuff. I need a theme. I need more of a theme. I need cohesive stuff. I need the outfits to match the theme of Hot Girl Summer. Like, what is a hot girl wearing? What does a hot girl look like? Megan Thee Stallion needs to be defining what a hot girl is. She needs to be defining. This is her moment to let us know what a hot girl is. Like, this is what a hot girl giving. Y'all know I hate themes for going to concert. I'm like, girl, I just want to put whatever I want. I feel like a consistent theme overall over the whole tour and project and everything will, like, be in our, like, embedded in our, come on, Candy, in our brains. Like, oh, girl, this is Hot Girl Summer. Like, it's warming up. It's spring. We get into the summertime. Like, own that moment. And I'm not seeing that on the stage. The stage kind of looks kind of empty to me. And it's not because Megan doesn't have a stage presence. She has stage presence. She has that. And this is her first tour. I understand. Like, I'm not dragging Megan, but this is me just being honest about the things I'm seeing. And I felt the same about, like, Doja's concert. When I saw the clips and stuff, I was like, I don't know, Doja, what's giving. But when I saw it in person, it gave. So it could be that. But one thing I did see with Doja's is that it was a Scarlett. I didn't understand what Scarlett was, but she had the goth situation going on. My friend called it Tumblr, like, whatever. It worked because the white girls and white boys and the black boys who like both was showing up, and they was there, and they was dressed up like it. It was jock straps and funk everywhere and poppers. And other stuff they be putting up their nose. So yeah, speaking of nose, but yeah, that's my thoughts on JT. Girl. Oh my God. But those are my thoughts on Megan Thee Stallion and her concert, Hot Girl Summer. I will be going to the one in Atlanta May 31st. So if y'all are going, I hope to see y'all there. I still don't know what I'm aware, but we're going to see. Let's talk about JT and Sukihana. So y'all know I love me some JT, girl. Y'all know I love me some JT. So JT recently was in some mess. Sukihana had some questions like, girl, you talking about, like, I have chipped my tooth, dark shadows, like, some crab legs. Who you talking about? Sukihana wants to know. She got on social media like, girl, she ain't talking about me because me and JT cool. Sukihana knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. So she didn't get no answer for some days went by. So Sukihana started throwing shots. Like, she started talking mess. JT responded. She went on what's that boy name? With the big butt and the teeth. Not the teeth. He's handsome. But she went on his TikTok live, was addressing Sukihana. First of all, let me tell you something. You just had a conversation, Raymonte, you just had a conversation about you being perceived ghetto and all these things and endorsement. Do not let these women use you. Do not be a purse for these folks. It ain't that serious. There's no reason for her to be on your TikTok talking mess. It was no, like, she got her own platform. Why would she come in here and like bring your shit down to talk about it? Don't let nobody come and do that. You ain't winning from that. Like, you're not winning from that. Like, she got her own platform. It'd be different if you interview her or something like that, or you talked about it. But girl, she came in here like, cause she don't want that mess on her stuff. Don't let them use you like that. But she clapped back at her, and she was talking mess. Like, JT was talking mess. Like, girl, you been one of the moment. Ain't nobody interested. So Sukihana responded with this. And this, you know, I bopped my head a little bit. It was funny. Like, I did. Coochie world. You want to shoot the world? Like, coochie world, coochie world. I did laugh. She did get a little giggle out of me. I did laugh. It was funny. It was funny. Sukihana, you did make me laugh a little bit, but it was a lot of like stupid stuff. Like, it was a lot of transphobia in there. Like, you calling her like a man and all the other stuff. It's just like, girl, like, now why am I in it? Like, why is the community in it? Y'all be claiming to love the community so much, but then y'all use us as a dig each and every time. JT does not look like no man, and even if she did, it's anti-black to even say that, because what does a man look like? When we are talking about like beauty standards, it's not black. So any black person, like, no matter, would look like something that is not beautiful. Like, I don't understand it. JT is a beautiful black woman. I love her lips. I was watching her do a live stream with Terry Joe, had me screaming. And she's a beautiful girl. She's very talented. I'm glad that JT is not responding to it. I don't want JT to respond to it. If you're going to say you're not going to respond to it, that means no social media. That means no nothing. Like, that means complete silence. You don't get to like stuff and like, pay it dust. Pay it complete dust. It makes no sense to be out here saying, I ain't gonna say no, and then you pull a Drake and you around here taking shots all on social media. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But yeah, y'all tell me what y'all thought about it. Coochie world, when it comes to the world, like, that had me screaming. But moving on, let's talk about DJ Akademiks. DJ Akademiks, I can't talk about it too much in depth because, girl, it is a lot. But DJ Akademiks is being sued by this woman who has said that he has done something that was inappropriate. And, you know, this is coming around the time of all, you know, allegations on everybody else. So he's been sued for rape and defamation. And she claims she was assaulted multiple times at the internet personality's home. First by two men who unfortunately drugged her, and then by DJ Akademiks himself. And DJ Akademiks is saying that this is a shakedown. The victim is saying this happened in July of 2022. And it's a little bit, it's detailed. It's a little detailed. So I don't know. DJ Akademiks has a very weird history. He said some very questionable stuff in interviews and stuff. So I don't know. He's a very weird man, and he's just very weird. He's just very, very weird. He got on live. He addressed it a little bit, and he said that this is a shakedown, and if he comes down, he's taking the whole industry with him. I want to know what he means by that. Like, what do you mean you're gonna take the whole industry? Because why does it have to, like, if you really, like, it's just, oh my God, like, y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. Like, what is it for you to say that? And it seems, no shade, it seems like DJ Akademiks is not messing with Drake right now. That's what I'm getting from this whole thing. It seems like DJ Akademiks is kind of like over Drake at this moment. But those are my thoughts. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about all the things in this video. It's a long one. Make sure if you are new, subscribe. If you like the video, like all of that. Until next time, talk y'all later. Bye.